Welcome to Money Gang. Today we listen to the sad story of the very short life of Robert Yummy Sandifer, again highlighting the tough life of growing up in Chicago. Before we start, if you enjoy the video, please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks. Let's go. Robert Sandifer, known as Yummy due to his love for cookies, lived a life marked by hardship and violence. Standing at just 4'6", this 11-year-old from Chicago became a tragic symbol of the gang crisis in America and the failures of child protective services and the juvenile justice system. Born in 1983, Yummy's early years were fraught with instability. His mother, Lorena, was arrested over 30 times for prostitution, while his father was frequently incarcerated on drug and weapon charges. By the time Yummy was just 2 years old, the Department of Children and Family Services, DCFS, was already familiar with his case due to signs of severe neglect and abuse. His young life was marked by cigarette burns and bruises, and at 22 months, he was hospitalized with noticeable injuries. One disturbing incident involved his sister, who was brought to the emergency room with severe burns. Lorena claimed it was an accident, but the severity of the injuries led medical professionals to suspect otherwise. When Yummy was 3, he and his 6 siblings were removed from their mother's care and placed with their grandmother. Despite this, his life took a downward turn. By age 8, Yummy had dropped out of school and turned to crime, including car theft and burglary. Yummy's criminal record grew quickly, with 23 felony charges and 5 misdemeanors by the time he was 11. Due to his young age, he received minimal consequences, which only exacerbated his involvement in crime. His circumstances led him to join the Black Disciples gang. A friend of Yummy's remarked, "He was the kind of kid who didn't have love at home. If he did, he wouldn't have joined a gang." A psychiatric evaluation described Yummy as emotionally flooded, struggling with impulsivity and unpredictability. When asked to complete the sentence, "I am very," Yummy responded with "sick," a reflection of his self-loathing and isolation. In June 1994, Yummy was placed in a DCFS juvenile shelter after being caught driving a stolen car. Despite recommendations for a long-term facility, he was returned to his grandmother's home due to a judge's denial of a temporary placement in a juvenile center. Just 2 months later, on August 28, 1994, Yummy was ordered to carry out a gang-related shooting. Attempting to hit a rival, he accidentally killed 14-year-old Shaven Dean. Witnesses identified Yummy as the shooter, angering the gang leaders who viewed his actions as a failed initiation. Fearing Yummy might cooperate with the police, the gang decided he needed to be eliminated. On the evening of August 31st, 1994, gang members Derek and Craig Hardaway, both part of the Black Disciples, were tasked with finding him. They discovered Yummy at a neighbor's house where he had sought refuge, visibly distressed and hoping to turn himself in. The Hardaway brothers lured Yummy to their car under the pretense of taking him into hiding, but instead took him to an underpass. There they executed him, shooting him twice in the head. 3 days later, Yummy's body was found in an underpass beneath train tracks. He was wearing a cartoon-themed sweatshirt and had become the 637th murder victim in Chicago that year. His funeral was a somber event, with 400 mourners gathering to say goodbye. Yummy's coffin was accompanied by a stuffed teddy bear, and the only photograph available was a mugshot. The Hardaway brothers were later convicted for Yummy's murder, with Craig receiving a 60-year sentence and Derek a 45-year sentence. Both claimed other gang members were involved. Yummy's tragic story has become a poignant example of the failures within the child welfare and juvenile justice systems, as well as the pervasive issue of gang violence. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. We are posting videos twice a week, so make sure you don't miss any content.